just coming home from my last catering shift for 3 weeks because I was just cast in a workshop of a musical that I'm getting paid for! I'm on my way to my first rehearsal for the Russian musical that I'm going to be working on for the next 2 weeks. I'm really excited to have 2 weeks off from work and just do acting. Our amazing rehearsal space at the Brishnikov Art Center. I had my first rehearsal for the Russian musical Beautiful Life today. It went really interestingly. I couldn't believe that I was getting paid to do some of the things that we did because I actually learned a lot as an actor. And Baryshnikov himself walked into our rehearsal just to check in. He is amazing. The only thing that makes grocery shopping tolerable: brunch with white sangria. Shopping for groceries, and I helped. I love the tall grass. And I helped. And I helped. It's my second day of rehearsal. Dance party on the subway. Here I am standing in front of my closet, and I wanted to tell you a little bit of a secret, something that I use to save money, and it's a great way to buy high fashion at low prices. It's called Guilt Group. Every day at noon, there's a sample sale. They have a name brand designer on sale for 30 to 75 or 80% off. Let me show you some of the purchases that I got from them. A pair of skinny jeans, cute Western snap button shirt. Even though the brand is called Just a Cheap Shirt, they are not that cheap. They're like $100 each. Nice Puma shoes. This swimsuit. It also has a zipper. And by the way, I'm not a size 32. I'm a 30. Don't judge, don't hate. They run a size large. It's the third day of rehearsal. This sign is right in front of my building. First off, you misspelled your. Your is possessive. That is your red house. If you are talking to the owner of a red house. Your is a contraction for you are. You're a red house. You can only say this if you are talking to a red house. And this has been a spelling lesson with Wesley. Second off, we really don't need people breaking into cars, and Jay's car was broken into. They smashed the window and they didn't steal anything out of it. Like, if you're gonna break into a window, at least steal something. That way it was worth it. I just got done with rehearsal for this musical which used to be called Beautiful Life, and now apparently it's called Those Fabulous 30s. All about the 30s, but it's set in the 1970s and we have flashbacks to 1940s. It's gonna be amazing. I'm so excited, having so much fun even though I don't really know what's going on. I'm just like along for the ride. Anyway, I came home from rehearsal. I had a little bit of a headache, so I made myself a little drink. Hello, good evening. We interrupt your regularly scheduled program to bring you a breaking news update. As many of you recall, From last week's episode, Wesley Forget interviewed for an internship with Ken Davenport, theater producer extraordinaire. Well, we just received word that Wesley has received a phone call requesting a second interview to be scheduled for next week. Be sure to tune in next week to see what happens whenever he goes in for his second interview. Thank you very much, and we will now return you to your regularly scheduled program. It's doing the trick for my headache. It's my last day of rehearsal. You should tune in next week because I'm going to the Yankees game tomorrow. Batter up! You know what I hate? When people cut their fingernails in public. I just passed this guy who was cutting his fingernails as he was walking down the street. Like, are you really that busy that you have to cut your fingernails while you're walking? It's insane! Cut your fingernails at home like everyone else.